Welcome or welcome back to the CNC Advantage. This is Christy and Cooper bringing you another message from Spirit. Just so you know, all my readings are timeless, so even though we recorded this on May 19th, it is, if it found you, there's something here for you, okay? All right. Just to have a friendly little reminder, your likes, shares, and subscribes are greatly appreciated, and they also help out the channel. If you have any comments that you would like to put down in the comment section, I would be more than happy to try to help you out with whatever I can, right? Whatever I'm guided to help with. So, all right, let's get rolling. Yesterday, I ran into some car problems and stuff like that, so I was planning on doing the reading yesterday, but that did not work out for me. So today it's just going to be a Monday through Sunday reading, and fortunately in last week's reading I already covered Sunday anyway, so hopefully you got wind of that and it helped guide you for yesterday. Okay, so we're just going to start with today, May 19th, and you start off with the Six of Cups upright. This is something to deal with things that remind you of your childhood, nostalgic memories, maybe some type of reunion. Maybe you're going to run into a person you haven't seen in a long time. It could be a gift coming your way as well, and like a gift of like family support, charity of some sort, so maybe food, maybe electric, and you never know. I mean, just an act of kindness could possibly come your way. And you can see in this picture that someone is actually brought a gift. They're handing a cup to them. They chose to give it to you out of kindness, out of a purity and innocence, playfulness. So many of us get into Monday and you're like, back to work, and Spirit is saying, yes, it's important to work, but if you don't balance your life with play, then what are we all doing? I mean, life isn't worth living without playfulness and joy in your life, right? So those are some things to keep in mind for today. Okay, how about tomorrow? Tomorrow we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands, they're saying that you have a choice. You could go this way or this way. So you're possibly at some type of crossroads in your life. It could be with love, friendship, partnerships. It could even be a business decision, because he's holding the world. Maybe you're thinking about going somewhere. Should we go here? Should we go there? You feel like your choices might be a little overwhelming, but Spirit's saying you got this because it's upright. And just to follow your heart, sometimes our head gets so thinking and this and that, and sometimes we forget that our heart is smart, and just to shut this off for a little bit, do your breath work, let it all go. That way you can hear what your heart is trying to tell you, right? And you feel like this guy's kind of standing up on top of the roof. He's trying to get a better overlook of everything, trying to have that overall perspective, not such a narrow-minded thing. You're trying to take in a lot of factors all at once. And it's okay to take your time. Don't rush it, and that way that you're making the right choice, okay? Moving on to Wednesday. Kind of funny here, you got a couple of twos going. You've got the Two of Pentacles. So maybe on Wednesday you feel that you made your choice, and now you're trying to balance everything that came with that choice, right? There's still water, and there's ships that are kind of just going with the flow on things. So remember that, making the right choices means that you will just have to go with the ebb and flow of things. Not everything is always on high. There are lows to every choice, and to just roll with it, Okay, this happened. that wasn't what I planned, but we got this, right? So hang in there. Not every choice is perfect, but the imperfections sometimes make it even more memorable. Right? That's nice. Okay, so that's your Wednesday, dealing with the choice that you made on Tuesday, kind of thing, right? And just going with it. On Thursday, we have the Eight of Pentacles on the fence. So, and it came out sideways, and Spirit's like, leave it like that. And I'm like, okay. So you feel like you're neglecting your work, that you should be working more than you are playing. And Spirit is saying, no. You've been working so hard all the time. And what, you haven't done anything for yourself in how long? Let go of the guilt and the remorse that comes with being good to yourself, being good to your family. Work can wait. It will still be there tomorrow. It will still be there when you get back from your trip, right? These people have to learn to do their own jobs without you. And now when you come back from your vacation or wherever you went, right? These people are going to respect you even more for, number one, not answering them. I mean, that might be a little upset. Fine, they'll get over that. But number two, they're going to learn what you provide for them on a daily basis that they take for granted because you always give it so freely, so willingly, and you just know what to do. Now they're like, shit, what do we do? What do we do? So-and-so isn't here. Collective isn't here. What do we do? And now they're like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're back. Help us, And then you put out all the fires and this and that, and you get right back to work, right? It will all still be there when you get back. All of it. So let that go. Let them see what you bring to the table. Taking a break from work really does bring value to you and to others in ways that you could not even imagine. So Thursday might be a day to just be like, you know what? You guys got this? I'm doing me right now. I'm doing what Spirit asking me, and I'm going to have some fun. Let me know how it turns out in a couple of days. I'll be back on Monday. Right? Nothing wrong with that. Okay, we're moving on to Friday. Friday has a lot of energy. I'm just going to say that right out of the gate because you got 3 cards for Friday. Now, starting with the King of Pentacles in reverse, Justice in reverse, and the World in reverse. So yes, I'm seeing Friday as a very challenging day for you. So you might feel that ignoring whatever you ignored on Thursday, you might feel that it's going to bite you in the ass. That's what I'm getting from this. You fear you might lose your job. You fear that there's going to be negative repercussions for it. And this could impact your future in a negative way. These are your fears coming out on Friday. Like, holy shit, what am I going to do? If I would have just responded on Thursday, it would have been fine. Spirit's asking you to let these fears go. They are in your head, and giving these people the time to work through the problem and the situation, whatever it was at hand, is going to die down. You're going to have the next couple days before you go back, and everything's going to be okay. But don't get all up in your head and be like, damn, I should have done that. Don't second guess yourself. Don't second guess Spirit. Sometimes things don't make sense at the moment, and that's okay. That is just fine for things to not always make sense. Because we don't always have that bird's eye view, We're looking at what we do on a daily basis, what needs to get done, this and that, da. And Spirit's saying, you know what? You needed a break. There's nothing wrong with it. You're still gonna be just fine. You're still gonna be supported, and you're still gonna have your job when you get back. Okay? So please relax a little bit, breathe. Everything's gonna be just fine, okay? We're moving on to Saturday, this weekend. You got two cards. One wanted to remain hidden. So I'm gonna talk about the one that came out showing its face, which was the Page of Wands. Pages are of messages, and wands are of creativity and passion, something like maybe a new idea, you know. So you giving yourself time to relax and not just respond and react to these people so fast might bring in a brand new idea for you. You know, maybe a new venture. Let's see. You'll have the Five of Pentacles for your hidden card. You afraid that it's gonna break the bank. Yeah, you don't know how to get there. You feel that it could put you and your family in dire straits, you know. So such a new creative idea. You're oh no. So what you doing this shit outside, right? Don't fear the choices that you made. Stand by the choices that you made. Oh my God. Okay. Stop. Just stop. Okay. That matters, huh? Okay. Well, the wind was for a good reason. So stop fearing. Stop living in your fear so much. And you need to have faith that this is what your new great idea is going to bring you. It's going to bring you star energy. I mean, you're going to shine bright with this. This new idea is something new. Everyone's just going to love it. And sure, it might be difficult to start at first, but once you get going, everyone's going to be like, oh my God, I want to be a part of this. How can I be a part of this? And so Saturday is a great day to look within, maybe do some drawing, do some journaling. If you do some hiking and stuff like that, sometimes I get my best ideas when I'm just tuning into nature, right? And then you can step forward with your brand new plan, okay? Now Sunday seems to has a lot of energy with it as well, okay? You got 4 cards for Sunday. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. We have the Nine of Wands upright. And we have the Six of Pentacles upright. Okay? I'll lay these out. I think that you're worried about money. And that, well, number one, you got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, you're worried about losing your materials, your home, your car, you know, your electric being shut off. You know, you're worried about how you're going to make ends meet if you're always putting so much work into your current job and then trying to start a brand new business of some sort, right? That can be challenging, but you will find ways to cut back here and cut back there, you know, and just make it work, you know. There are lots of means of finding investors, you know, other people. You bring your idea to them, you lay it out in a professional manner. I've got all my things in a row, and maybe that's something that you could be doing on Saturday with the Page of Wands, laying out how to market this new business to everyone, right? Spirit says that you will be successful in this. As long as you don't focus on your burdens and you start focusing on what's great about your new idea. This is where it's going to take us. This is what it's going to do. This is, you know, this is innovative stuff. No one's done this before. And if you want to be a part of it, I want you to be a part of it. You know, you bring great energy to my project, and I think that this is really going to work. You know, stop looking back on the past going, well, this person tried something like this and it didn't work. That's like flogging a dead horse. Did you try it or did they try it, right? You weren't even a part of it. Spirit is saying that this was meant for you, no one else, okay? And you will persevere. Now, not without hard work. Everything and a new business and family and everything, all these things take hard work. And it will make you feel kind of bogged down at times, you know, like the wounded warrior here. But this card is all about persevering, enduring, and coming out on top, which is why you have the Six of Pentacles here, right? Six of Pentacles is about gifts, generosity, balance in your life. So allow yourself to balance your work, your new project, your family, and your new investors, and allow them to help. Allow them to chip in. You know, you want to take your new baby and just cradle it yourself. Spirit's saying if you delegate, and that will help you achieve better balance and more success, right? So looking at things and what other people's strengths are, which you're good at, right? You're gonna do even better when you don't feel so spread so thin, okay? All right. Well, again, if this resonates, please like, share, subscribe, you know, get the word out there, you know, so for anyone who needs to hear these messages, please make sure that they have the opportunity to hear them. So maybe they're not on YouTube yet. Maybe they should be, right? Try something new. Tell them, you know, I think this was speaking directly about you, and send it to that person, you know. It is not about just increasing ratings. It's about relaying the message to people who really, really need to hear them, right? And again, you know, if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. I recently opened up my personal readings. So if you would like to have a personal reading, leave a comment below and I will contact you. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. And if there's anything else, all right, until next time, in love and light.